You got to see this clip of Governor Newsom talking about his phone call with Donald Trump on Friday evening after the protests had started.
We talked for almost 20 minutes, and this issue never came up. I mean, I kept trying to talk about L.A. He wanted to talk about all these other issues. We had a very decent conversation.
When was this?
This was late Friday night. I think about 1:30 plus his time.
After the protests had started here?
After the protests, and he never once brought up the National Guard. He's a stone-cold liar. He said he did. Stone-cold liar.
A stone-cold liar. Very strong words from the governor of California, the governor of the state with the fourth largest economy in the world. He's telling us all that we cannot trust Trump or this federal government.
It was a very civil conversation. I've always wanted to approach engagement with the President of the United States in a respectful and responsible way. But there's no working with the President. There's only working for him. And I will never work for Donald Trump.
And therein lies the problem. Trump wants you to do as you're told. He doesn't want to cooperate and work together on projects and issues. He wants you to just do what he tells you to do. And Governor Newsom is not just going to do that. He wanted Newsom to just send in the National Guard. He said, no, it's not necessary. Why would he do that when it was completely unnecessary? Now Trump has overstepped Newsom, done that, and created a much worse situation. He escalated the situation that didn't need to be escalated. Perhaps this was Trump's plan all along. He wanted to send in the National Guard, conduct these raids to stoke fears, get people riled up, and then send in the National Guard. And he's talked about doing this in every state, anywhere there's protests that erupt, which there likely will be. And there's mass protests against him scheduled for June 14th. And that's the day of his military parade, and it's his birthday. And they're just preparing right now to squash any protests that occur using military force. And this is very, very scary. This is something that doesn't happen in the United States of America. We have the right to peacefully protest. And the problem is when you send in the National Guard and you do take the actions Trump has taken, and you talk about sending in the Marines, and then you're ripping families apart and just throwing people in the back of vans with no windows and things like that, you're going to get people riled up, and you're going to see protests. And that's what they're expecting. And I think this was all possibly done by design. Let me know what you guys think about this. Comment, like, share, spread the word, and I'll see you back here for the 411.